Hey everyone, it's Chris. I know it's a little bit late, but here are my ideas and suggestions for the debt ceiling crisis of 2011. Um, Last night, like a few hours before they were originally supposed to have decided, come to a conclusion for the debt ceiling, I made a video, but this is the newer, more improved version of that video. Anyway, my first suggestion is that maybe we could try negotiating with our creditors and asking for a payment extension and, basically just ask them to give us about 10 years to get our economy up and running again, just so we can get everything together and not, rush ahead and do things too quickly. And maybe even ask for a payment period instead of just like saying that like, oh, they invest in our country just like you would invest in a business or a movie. And like for example, if the business fails, then you lose that money, you lose that capital. But instead of just, having them holding the bag and just kind of like skipping out on the payment, we can just make a commitment to actually pay them back in full, but over a really long period of time, like 30, 40 years after the 10 years they give us to get our economy running again. I just think it would be best for, international relations, just so that we could, just so that we can keep things fine between um, our country and the other countries of the world. Um, I also thought that maybe in exchange for maybe if we offered them military help and our alliance in military areas, that maybe they could give us a slight break on maybe just on some of the money that we owe them. Basically, we could just like you know lend them some of our troops for a period of time, so they could be protected from anything they needed protection from. And we could just, for however long that our troops were deployed there, maybe they could just take like a certain amount of money off of what we owe them. Just a thought. But I thought maybe for taxes, I definitely don't think taxes should be raised. I just think that we need to, take things slowly and not rush things, as I said earlier. And another idea is to cut spending in federal government projects. For example, in Texas, they decided to abandon the federal government's funding of their education, and the state took charge of the education themselves. And I heard that they actually found that it was actually a lot better, and they got better results that way. So I thought maybe instead of relying on the federal government so much, and instead of like adding all this extra stress on the federal government, I thought maybe we could just each state could kind of fend for itself, if you will. But I thought maybe we could just rely a little bit less on the federal government for just little projects and things of that nature. But I definitely think we need to not necessarily cut out all these government projects, but try to find ways that we can spend less and be more frugal with our spending on projects. But the other thing that I thought would be a good idea is to, instead of giving so much, I thought maybe we could find a way that instead of just paying more taxes, we could, like citizens could, if they chose to, contribute money directly towards the federal deficit. And maybe it could be kind of like a charity, just for people to contribute just to help lower our deficit. I thought maybe people could maybe give just a little bit less toward like um, charities, and maybe just contribute some of that money towards the federal deficit. I'm not saying we should stop spending on charities. I just think maybe we should just decrease the spending a little bit on charities and direct some of that money towards the federal deficit. And the other thing I thought is that maybe for the ceiling, we should actually just extend it slightly, not very much, maybe just by $1 trillion or $2, just so we have more growing room if we ever do incur any more expenses for the federal spending. But I definitely think it should be extended just a little bit. Um, I don't think we should be extending it to the point where we're just constantly extending and extending and extending, just like until it's like $40 trillion. But I think we should definitely control that. But for now, I think we just need to relax a little bit and just get our affairs in order before we start actively trying to pay off this debt. We definitely need to get our economy up and running and everything sorted out. So that's pretty much it. Those are my suggestions for the debt ceiling and debt crisis. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. And by the way, I know this is a little bit late, but I'm hoping maybe this might help. This might help people in the future, or if the negotiations are stalled, maybe these suggestions could really help out. Thank you. Bye.